scrubs, scrubbing pads, those rough pads that you get, exfoliators and cleansers with beads in them, so fragments of nuts and seeds, and with other beads as well. So beads, scrubs, lemon, I've just mentioned lemon in my post, have a look at that, DIY. These can prove to be disastrous in certain types of skin. If you have beige skin, light brown skin, darker brown skin, even darker brown skin, olive tone skins, if you have the more lower portions of the Fitzpatrick scale, if you are those skin types, if you use these, especially these three things that I've mentioned, there are a lot others, I'm just mentioning these for you to remember easily. Scrubs, harsh exfoliators, lemon, and then DIY. You will end up with permanent hyperpigmentation, or the darker your skin, hypopigmentation. Please, please, please. I'm saying this sincerely because I'm not promoting anything. I don't follow anyone. I am an unbiased scientist. So please, please, please remember this point. If you are going to use these things on your skin, the consequences will be so traumatic that you will really suffer in the long run. You will after a few years, so it's not going to happen immediately. Of course, for those people who are sensitive, who have sensitive skin, who are atopic, who have like allergy prone skin, they're going to have an immediate reaction, immediate allergic contact dermatitis. But for those of you who are normal skin, and you just think that you can apply anything and get away with it, after a few years. So in your young age, you're applying these bleaching things and these scrubs, and then in your 40s and 50s, you start noticing the darkening of your skin. Start noticing dark patches on your cheeks. Your dark circles are getting darker. You will start noticing that the folds of your skin or here getting darker. And you have no clue why. You don't know. Your doctor is confused. You go to several dermatologists. All of them are confused. They don't know how to treat it. And you are confused. You don't know what has caused it. My dear friends, this has been the cause. So you yourself, by using scrubs, harsh exfoliators, lemon, and DIY recipes indiscriminately, you are responsible for causing hyperpigmentation or hypopigmentation on your skin. And the worst part is, I'm just going to mention that in darker toned or more not fair skins, it is very, very, very difficult to treat hyperpigmentation and hypopigmentation. It's very difficult because lasers, IPL, microdermabrasion, chemical peels, any kind of even semi-invasive treatments may worsen hyperpigmentation. So you will be spending hundreds of dollars going for all those fancy lasers and devices and IPLs and chemical peels. And then you realize that your hyperpigmentation is exactly the same. There is no improvement. What has happened is that you have become resistant. You are a resistant pigmenter. Your pigmentation is resistant. It will not respond to any treatment. And this has been, unfortunately. Now you're going to ask me that, Dr. A, Why? I mean, everybody, all the bloggers on Instagram and all the beauty bloggers, everyone is talking about you have to exfoliate, you've got to scrub, you've got to use lemon on your face. Everyone is doing it. So it's harmless, and you are saying that not to do it. I'll tell you the science behind what I'm saying. Everything in life must be supported by evidence. Otherwise, you're just going to go into pseudoscience, and I don't dwell in pseudoscience. Now, the darker skin tones are actually, they do not contain more melanocytes. So this is another myth I'm busting for you. All skin types, all skin tones, from lighter to darkest, contain the same number of pigment cells, believe it or not. The only thing that differs is, of course, the size, the distribution, and of course, the activity. So your people with our skin tones that are, my skin tone is olive Mediterranean. So these kind of skin tones and darker than those, the melanocytes are very active. They're active, they're very responsive, and they're busy, keeping your skin tone intact. What does this mean? This means that because they are active and they're busy and they're overworking, if you are going to apply these substances, I forgot toothpaste and soda bicarb. I get this question a lot. Any of these things, if you're going to apply to your face, even if it doesn't cause a micro tear or a tear, as they say, the bloggers call it a micro tear, even if it doesn't cause any of that, just the usage of that product will irritate your skin. Now, if you had type 1 fair Caucasian skin, that might have not been a problem. Now you are shifting into the darker skin tones. What is happening over here? Because we have pretty active melanocytes, here is what's going to happen. You will take something irritating, for instance, lemon or that scrub, and you're going to scrub your face and you'll be happy because it's going to look shiny and glowy and exfoliated. After a few days or after a few months of doing the same practice, you will slowly start irritating your skin. Irritated skin is actually, you're not now taking away or stripping your skin, you're just irritating it gently. Gentle prodding, gentle irritation of your skin is going to result in the release of certain chemicals in your skin. So what you're doing is you're irritating your skin, you're really happily scrubbing away and because you want to look really nice before a party. Then after a few months, you're going to realize, wow, this is like irritated and it's a bit red. And then suddenly you'll start seeing dark patches. What have you actually done? You've irritated your skin. The irritated skin is going to release chemicals. They're going to say that we don't like what you're doing. So we are going to release certain things and we are going to go and have a talk with the melanocyte. The melanocyte is already pretty active because we have that skin tone. And it's going to just become very upset and angry. Those chemicals that you've just released by doing this vigorous and nice scrubbing has actually released those chemicals. They will go and talk to your melanocytes, your pigment cells. Your melanocytes are going to get angry. They will get upset and they will say, and they will react by saying that, no, why are you guys doing this? Okay, we're going to react and we are going to lash back and we are going to produce more pigment. Now you have a situation that a harmless, innocent looking scrub has created a pretty intense reaction. So an invisible reaction. You cannot see it. In the beginning, you will not see it. So those chemicals are making your melanocytes angry. Melanocytes are responding by creating more melanin pigment. Then through their tentacles and through their octopus-like movements, they're going to send the pigment and distribute it everywhere into your superficial layers. And the beginning of hyperpigmentation has started. And after many, many more years of no one telling you that please don't do this, for God's sake, don't listen to the bloggers, don't listen to people who are not experts, please do not listen to anyone who does not know the science. It's years and years and years and years of research and science and work that a person reaches a certain stage. So now I'm just going to leave you with this. If you're going to go and follow people indiscriminately who call themselves so-called experts, you are going to get into trouble. So please rely on verified sources, on knowledgeable professionals, on honest and sincere professionals, people who have studied the science, and please do not follow any blog that you come onto. So if you see a blog and someone is saying that I'm a beauty blogger, that is fine, but when it comes to the science and these DIY things, you need to rely on the expert. Everybody has their place, so I'm not putting anyone down, but I'm just saving you from long-term stress and long-term disfiguration and cosmetic distress. Please remember my tips because they are said with utter sincerity. I don't want you to suffer in the long run because I know what happens with pigmented skin. Pigmented skin is very different from non-pigmented skin. You need to be very careful, especially with Asian skin tones, South Asian, Asian, Oriental skin tones. Extreme care needs to be taken. It's not going to appear in the beginning, but in a few years, you will definitely suffer from some kind of hyperpigmentation. It can come in any form. So my friends, stay safe. Please stick to the professionals who know what they're talking about. And it's all fun and games if you want to follow anyone and bloggers and stuff, it's fine. But professional advice must come from professionals.